Few months later, as usual on one hot Sunday afternoon, Aruna was busy with her office works, and I was trying to have my regular afternoon sleep. Wearing my nightie, after finishing all houseworks. I have now stopped counting for how many months being jobless and living as a house husband. I lost all hope and stopped my efforts in getting back to a job and earn money. Aruna was understanding and mostly have not spoken much about it. And only during some very serious arguments, she harshly called me as useless and incompetent. Aruna was now moving up in the ladder in her career. And her salary and bonus is very much enough for us to run our family, savings and pay our ME. However, it wasn't so easy being a jobless guy. I had to lose all my male dominance and ego I developed all these years, to live together with her. It took me long time to realize that I am no longer the head of this family, and now it's none other than my wife Aruna. I spent almost all my bank savings here and there and eventually have to rely on her even for my pocket money. Now it has become my day-to-day life to do all household work and please her, or at least, not to make her angry. I cook food, which is always based on her wish and the ways she likes. Over time, I started to accept her authority towards me. I felt happy when she praised for my works and cried when she scolded me for my mistakes. I can't remember the last time we both had lunch or dinner together, or spent time watching a movie. I don't like the English channels she watches and she hates the mega serials I prefer. With this new life, I made few new lady friends, who works in the beauty parlor, that we visit regularly, and some of Aruna's office colleagues who came to our party. My parlor visits has become more frequent and compulsory. Aruna always wanted me to keep my beard and mustache clean shaved, so I started shaving every alternate day. Over time, it caused some allergy and irritation to my face, and the parlor girls suggested me to do a permanent laser hair removal treatment. Initially, I was hesitant, but Aruna was so stubborn that I had no option other than doing it. So the laser treatment started, and in few sittings, the facial hair growth stopped completely, which made me look like a teenage boy who never grew beard or mustache. The feeling that I will never grow a beard was hurting, but anyway, it was a big relief from shaving frequently, and I somehow became happy with it. Aruna was also very much happy with the change, and since then she liked to kiss my face or play with my cheeks very often. Then one day, my regular parlor sessions got spiced up with a funny incident. I had my face pack on, and was relaxing by closing my eyes. After a while, I felt something near my ears, which I just ignored. Then suddenly, I felt a sharp pain, and when I opened my eyes, I found that one of my ears got pierced with a gun. I became very angry and started shouting at them. That's when they realized that the new girl made a mistake and pierced my ear instead of another. Aruna and others tried to calm me down. The manager apologized and offered to do a free service. They also insisted to pierce my another ear as well, saying if I don't wear anything, the hole will be closed in few weeks. Aruna also wished the same, so finally I agreed and got my another ear pierced as well. Aruna gifted me a set of gold-plated earrings with a small stone, since she couldn't find a single men's stud in the shop. From then, I started to regularly wear that gold stud in my ears. My mind was recalling all these changes and I woke up from sleep. I took all my changes naturally as it came and so far didn't think about any of these. But today, when I look back, I became surprised to see how much my life has changed. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. I was confused who it was, But then heard Aruna opened the door and talking to someone, and also realized she welcomed a couple inside. Aruna then started calling me, which made me panic. I was still in my casual nightie, hairs tied in a ponytail and wearing 2 sets of gold bangles in each hands. Aruna came to our room searching for me and told me that it is her close friend Surya and her husband. Remember Surya, Aruna's tomboy friend? Under her influence, Aruna has changed a lot. I was hesitant to come out wearing the nightie, so she asked me to change to a t-shirt and shorts and come out soon. Thus, I changed the dress, but still they were also a women's clothes. The t-shirt was hugging so tightly in my waist and hip, and the shorts was also very tight fit. I removed 1 set of bangles, leaving the plain ones, then adjusted my hair and came out of the room. I welcomed both of them and they gave us a gift pack. Surya introduced her husband Ritesh to us, shortly calling him as Ritu. Surya looked the same as before, dressed as a tomboy. She got her hairs cut very short and wore a tight t-shirt. She also tattooed both her arms. On the contrary, Ritesh, Ritu, was dressed in a classic pajama and kurta. He had a clean-shaved face like me, and hairs below the neck. Seeing his silky soft hairs and glowing face, I was sure he also goes to parlor regularly like me. He also had very calm and nice smiling face. We both did chat for some time. And then Surya gave an important announcement. That they have bought a new flat and will be shifting there in the next day. And thus, they came to invite us for a small private party to celebrate. It was very surprising to us, since Surya hasn't mentioned this before. What was more surprising that they are moving to a flat in our apartment itself and that too are next door. So Surya and Ritu are our new neighbor. Aruna had a slight disappointment that Surya kept all these as a secret. But she was more than happy that her best friend is now her neighbor as well. Aruna asked me to prepare tea for us, and thus, I went to the kitchen, followed by Ritu. I insisted him to be in the hall, but he came to help me anyway. He told that he only knows how Surya like her tea, and himself prepared the tea for her. I understood, he is also a house husband. Like me doing cooking and stuffs, but didn't ask about it. There was no hard feeling in his face that 2 guys are in the kitchen, while the ladies are in the hall discussing about their profession and other interests. While leaving, they invited us again to the dinner party. We unpacked the gift and found some costly designer clothes, which they specially requested us to wear for the party. There was a velvet suit and a peach color party wear salwar kameez. I first tried the suit and found that it was too tight for me. Besides, when checked, it was 2 sizes smaller, which meant it was for Aruna. So am I supposed to wear this salwar in front of them? This is for women. I will never try these. I shouted at her. Aruna calmed me down and said that the dress will look very nice on me and it's very bad to reject them without even trying. I was still angry and didn't say anything. But then, Aruna showed me the pic from her office party, where I wore the ladies' kurta. She said that I looked very beautiful and will be good in this dress as well. She recalled showing the pics to Surya once, so they might have got an idea to buy a similar outfit. I was still silent and thus, Aruna proposed an option that we will have a try first. And if the dress doesn't look good, then I shall wear some other dress. I half-heartedly accepted it and removed my clothes, but she asked me to completely remove my clothes as well. I was shyly standing in front of her, when she gave a naughty look at my penis and shook it playfully. She said that the dress will only look better with a women's inners, which means I need to wear a bra and panties. I resisted for that as well, but she reminded me that I agreed to try the dress, so I have to do as per her wish. Aruna took one of her new panty and bra and I started to wear them for the first time in my life. The smoothness of the satin panties was giving a nice feel and it was perfectly fitting my bottom. While touching the silky smooth fabric, I also felt a strange sensation in my penis. I wore a padded bra and Aruna helped me to put on the straps. Bra was not as comfortable as panties, as I started to feel tight in my upper body, which Aruna ensured that it will be okay after some time. Next, she asked me where the bottom and the top. Surprisingly, the dress was perfectly fit for me and comfortable. Aruna didn't let me near the mirror. She made me sit me in a chair and started to do some makeup. Since I agreed to try it once, she started to apply makeup as well, just like I am a woman. She parted my hair sideways and put a ponytail. She then applied some face cream and made my face smooth, hiding any black marks. She also used some mascara and eyeliner to highlight my eyes. Finally, she applied a pink lipstick. After almost an hour, I was able to breathe casually with the bra. She took me to the mirror and let me see myself. To be honest, the salwar tops that Surya selected indeed looked very nice on me. It was nicely fitting and much more comfortable. My upper body looked slightly unusual because of the bra cups, which made my chest look fleshy. But since it was a medium-size bra, at least, it doesn't look very awkward. In fact, now I have to admit that the flat chest would not have looked good with this dress. Even with the basic makeup, my face has become more bright, and my eyes and lips become more pretty and colorful. I liked the makeup as it was nicely complementing the dress I was wearing. Aruna then tried a different style for my hair by brushing it a lot and keeping it loose. She then handed me the dupatta, which I reluctantly placed around my neck. Aruna checked me from top to bottom and finished her work by putting matching earring and a bracelet for one hand and a watch for the other. Since it's a lady's dress and I don't have any way to keep my things, like wallet and mobile, she gave me a small purse. Prabhu trying the new salwar. When Aruna asked how I look now, I thought for a moment and said, I won't say it bad. I am looking good actually. But still, I have this question. Do I actually need to wear all these? That too to a neighbor's house? And Aruna told me that I already made a promise to wear this dress if it looks good on me. And now I myself agreed that I look good in this dress. I definitely have to wear it for the party. But Aruna, don't you think being a man and wearing all these dress and makeup will make me look like a woman? Isn't it awkward? I asked. And Aruna answered, my dear Prabhu, you are still a man, but prettier and beautiful than any other ordinary man. I love you like this. So, don't worry. Thus, with my outfit is finalized for the party with Surya and Ritu, the case is closed, and I started looking forward for it. Finally, the day arrived and we got ready for the dinner with our new neighbors. Aruna looked very handsome in her velvet party suit, and anyone who sees her for the first time, or from a distance would hardly recognize her as a woman. At times, even I have also forgotten that she is my wife and admired how smart and handsome she has become with short hair, strong muscles and toned body. I got dressed with the same way we tried on the other day and with similar light makeup for the night. The makeup along with the night lights were making my face pretty and shining. Aruna offered one of her sandals to match with the dress, and I became perfectly ready for the occasion. And this time, I didn't say any concern to wear bra and panties, since I knew the dress looks nice with them. Aruna teased me that she will buy me a new pair, for which I laughed and said that it's just for this occasion and I will be back in my normal innerwear tomorrow itself. Aruna just smiled back and didn't say anything at all. Throughout the evening, Aruna continued to praise my looks. She said that I look gorgeous and the dress matches me well. And also kept saying that she will buy some more clothes like this. I became so shy that I blushed and told her to stop teasing me. I also praised her by saying how handsome she looks in the suit and playfully pressed her arms. Wow Aruna, see your arms, you have really become very strong, like a man, I said. Hearing this, Aruna started laughing loudly. Yes darling, I am. She started lifting me, showing her strength. She then kissed over my chest, right on top of my bra, and I playfully resisted back by asking her to leave me. It was very funny that we were fully dressed to go to our neighbor's flat and have a party. We knocked at their door, which Surya opened and welcomed us. And only when we entered the house, we understood that the couple has bought matching clothes for them as well, since Surya was wearing the same velvet suit as Aruna. Immediately, my eyes and mind went searching for Ritu. I was curious if he is also wearing the same salwar like mine. When I was still thinking, I saw Ritu wearing the same kurta that I am wearing, along with her makeup, his, and accessories. Everything seemed perfectly matching for the occasion, and it looked like he has his own collection. Seeing his body, slightly bigger than mine, meant he is also wearing a bra which is a size larger than mine. He had nicely colored his hair and also had made it look curly. He had proper makeup, starting from the foundation to the blush, which made his cheeks rosy. His eyes looked more definitive and big with the mascara, and also his eyebrows were clearly arched. For a minute, I felt like we are in a parallel world, where two men standing in front of their wives, wearing salwar kameez and the wives in men's suit. Due to the heavy makeup and accessories, Ritu looked more like a woman than a man. Neither Aruna nor Surya or even Ritu did not find any issues, and they kept happily talking to each other. Ritu went back to kitchen to finish the dinner, leaving us in the hall. Aruna told me help Ritu, and thus, I also went to the kitchen. Ritu welcomed me and complimented my dress and makeup. I smiled gently and complimented her back. At one side, I was confused about Ritu and her behavior, but on other, my mind was conscious that I am also wearing the women's dress, that too in front of others. I was hiding my nervousness, and often checked my bra. The small mount on my chest was enough to give me the look of having small boobs. Besides, Aruna instructed me to make sure that my bra straps don't get visible outside. Thus, I was adjusting it very often. Though we were meeting for the second time, I felt a nice vibe when I was with Ritu. He always had a smile in his face and was very calm while talking. I slowly started asking questions about his family. He was also from a wealthy NRI family, same like Surya. His parents passed away in his early 20s and he owned so many properties, which are either rented or leased. He has invested money in shares and some startups companies. He works for few hours, making money from the shares, and though he can keep maid to take care of the household, out of his own interest, he takes care of them himself, including cooking. I became more and more impressed when talking with Ritu. Being from a wealthy family, They could have been lived in a bigger house or even a bungalow. I was still not clear why he dressed like a woman. As if he read my mind, Ritu himself said that, "We can talk some other day freely about it and lot of other things, since we were getting late for dinner." Soon we exchanged the numbers and start preparing dinner. Ritu has prepared a delicious dinner, with dishes from different cuisines. I was sure that Surya would not have helped him, and it was really surprising that he himself cooked so many varieties and cuisines of food. Surya offered us vodka or red wine, but since both of us have not tasted alcohol until date, we politely declined. Surya further insisted, and Aruna agreed to try vodka. I was quite surprised and equally disturbed that my wife was trying alcohol, but I didn't have any guts to stop her. I also then agreed to try red wine, since my wife herself is trying alcohol. Few sips of red wine. I started to like it, and the taste was nicely going with the food. We all had 3 rounds of drinks and all of us were in a pleasant mood. Surya took a break to smoke a cigarette and she asked Aruna to join her. Aruna was always anti-smoking, but I was really worried if she will start to smoke as well. But luckily, she declined. My mind imagined Aruna having a glass of wine in one hand and holding a cigarette in other, and myself serving her alcohol wearing a salwa. Not sure the weird thinking was due to the alcohol I've got, the thought itself was making my penis harder. Finally, we left to our house late in the night and my drunk mind continuously imagined me being submissive to Aruna, serving her food and drink, while she was smoking a cigarette and exhaling the smoke at my face. Thinking it continuously, I was getting more horny and we both ended up having a great romance that night. A couple of days later, I got a text from Ritu. He invited me to his house to hang out for some time. I also thought it as good idea, and after finishing the work, I changed my dress from nightie to a t-shirt and jeans and went to meet him. I was eager to know what dress he is wearing now. Ritu opened the door and let me in. He was wearing a plain cream color women's salwar with matching leggings. I now confirmed that, even while at home, he is fully dressed like a woman. Not just the dress, he wore matching earrings, and 2 bangles in each hands. He looked like a real woman with this makeup and dark red lipstick, which made them look full and juicy. My mind was urging questioning him, why he is wearing women's clothes. He served coffee and we chatted about our wives, their work, etc., and he also shared his share market experiences. My mind was only half indulged in that conversation and I was constantly noticing his dress and actions, which were very feminine. The way he talks, smiles, waving his hands, walking or even sitting, there was some sort of elegance, which normally found in women. Unable to hide anymore, I slowly initiated the topic about the salwa he was wearing. Me, by the way, it's a nice dress. Nice color. And you also look pretty. Ritu, oh, really? Thank you dear. This is one of my favorite. I have at least 5 sets of dresses in this color. Surya also liked this color on me, very much. Me, yeah, you really look beautiful in this dress. But, if you don't mind, may I ask why you are wearing this dress? I mean, you could wear something more comfortable like t-shirt, shorts like that. Ritu, well, I can, but I am much more comfortable in this dress. Along with that, I look pretty as well, isn't it? That's why I always prefer salwa or kurta as my daily wear. I just smiled and left the conversation there itself. I didn't wish to question her anymore since that may hurt Ritu or be judgmental. Ritu then showed me the house, then took me to her bedroom and started showing her wardrobe. Ritu could be a male, but 90% of his wardrobe collection is only women's clothes. It has all types of women's outfit from kurta to salwars, nighties, lehengas and even few saris with matching blouse as well. He had another dedicated shelf for all his matching accessories, bra, panties and makeup items. And more to my surprise, he only had very few sets of male clothes. Seeing all these things, I almost shouted at him, "Ritu, why the hell you wear these women's dresses?" I looked confused. And again to my surprise, Ritu didn't lose his calmness. He started laughing and said, "Chill dear. I will explain. By the way, you are still in your t-shirt and jeans. Feel free to switch to a comfortable nightie or a kurti if you like. I have more collections that will suit you." I wasn't actually expecting a fellow man asking me to wear a nightie, and that sparked my anger. "No, it's okay, I am fine," I controlled myself, and said. But Ritu held my hands, and kept talking. "Come on Prabhu, feel free like your house. I always like to wear something comfortable and colorful. I saw the salwar you wore yesterday. You were really looking beautiful in it. And the one that you wore during your office party was beautiful as well. Trust me, you really look beautiful in kurtis and salwars." "How do you know that?" I asked him. "Simple, Aruna shared it with Surya, and Surya showed it to me. Aruna also shared some of your pics in the nightie as well. That's why we got the idea of getting that matching suit and salwar for us," he said, and without expecting my reply, he himself chose one bright pink nightie and asked me to change. Since I come to know that Ritu knows all my dark secrets, I hesitantly took the nightie and started wearing it in front of him. Soon both the men are in kitchen as I also offered him some help. Ritu slowly started, "Prabhu, you must be thinking why I am dressed like a woman. Anyone sees me will get that question. No worries. I am a perfect male, no doubts on that. We both loved for 3 years before getting married. Since Surya grew up in the US, she chose to be more progressive and modern. She has her own interest in her clothes, her attitude and the way she looks. And I loved her for that. I was a normal male before meeting her, and since I don't have to run behind money, I always like to spend more time with my family. For me, family and its happiness is everything. I am also very progressive and like any stereotype husband. I did not expect Surya to change herself completely after marriage, wear a sari, serve her husband, raise kids, blah, blah. I always asked her to be the way she likes." Ritu continued, "Since my younger days, I always spent more time in cooking, managing the household, etc. When we are married, I voluntarily took those works from her. We both are very open type and never hesitated to try new things in our life, even though it sounded very crazy. It all started playfully. One day, she wanted me to try some of her unused women's dresses, instead of the boring male clothes. It was very fun initially, then started to become more frequent. I found Surya gets more and more interested and excited seeing me in bright kurtis and salwars. Each time, she wanted me to try new colors and designs. Gradually, I also got more interested and started to learn more about women's dressing and makeup. Ritu continued again, "I also did some minor surgeries to look more feminine and practice daily to be elegant like women. My each step towards femininity made our love stronger and happier. Nowadays, it had become normal for me to dress in kurtis or salwars at home and only when I meet some new people, I adjust to men's clothes. Ritu left me speechless with his open talks. He showed his pics before marriage, where he was a good-looking normal guy. No one will recognize that. A young charming guy is now dressed in salwar like a young woman. His logic made some sense. But equally I was finding it difficult to understand. Ritu then asked his question, now that I finished mine, it's time to tell your story. How did you end up dressing in salwar and nighties?